Hello Deepak, how are you doing, man?
Hey Ravi, how are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. Thanks. How's your day going so far?
Day's been going fine. How about yours?
Mine as well. That's good. I think you are aware of the video, right?
Oh yes,
Yeah, that's fantastic.
yes, yes.
So let's begin with our introduction first. You want to do first or shall
Really
I?
nice. Go ahead, please go ahead. Let's start with you. You're the host. Let's begin with yours, and
Yeah,
then I'll introduce myself.
fantastic. Yeah, to begin with, my name is Praveen Naik. I'm from Andhra Pradesh. I did my MA in English and then B.Ed. Recently, I finished TEFL and TESOL course. I also hold one diploma from Alliance Francaise in French language up to B1 level. Currently, I work as a communication trainer. It's in a BPO sector. Yeah, that's a pretty good information about me. Let's go with the verse then.
All right. So my full name is Chintapalli Deepak Nelapaludu. In short, you can call me Deepak or DC. That's how a lot of people do address me. Yes. So, so what do you know? What do you want to know about me? Like, yes, I've been with corporate for past close to 7.5 years. I've been with
Mm-hmm.
corporate. I started off as an agent
Mm.
and currently language and skills trainer with Teleperformance. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it for the moment. Yes.
Yeah, that's great to know. I wanted to know it's not just me, but also my viewers, like how you started off learning your journey. I mean, in terms of English. So if you can share a few tips, that could be much helpful for all of us.
Right. So that's a good question. Yes. So my journey is a little different from a lot of people because I come from an army background. I come from army background. My dad's an army officer. So I've traveled the country all over. And when I was young, as in when I was in kindergarten, LKG, like under uh, UKG, LKG, nursery,
Yeah.
in those days, my dad joined me, had me admitted to a small school in Kerala. At that point in time, dad was posted in Kerala. So the school was called Shiksha Niketan.
Hmm.
This is not like a regular school. It was like it. Uh, the teacher, the owner, was an ex-Air Force officer's daughter.
Oh.
So she set up a school inside her own house,
Huh.
right? So and this was a very different setup.
Hmm.
Uh, Normally in schools, teachers come to your class, right? You
Yes.
stay in one class. The teacher, you have Hindi
Yeah.
period, you have maths period, you have English. The teacher comes to your class.
Yes.
In that school, it was the setup was completely different. We
Hmm.
had subject classrooms, as in, let's say it's maths period. I would go to a maths classroom. The
Hmm.
students would go to the maths classroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
English period, students will go to the English classroom.
Hmm.
So it was that setup. And my comms, me speaking in English. This is something my dad, my father inculcated uh, since my childhood. I believe that's the first language. English is the first language I spoke,
Oh, that's great.
and this got enforced in that LKG nursery school. My ma'am was very uh,
Hmm.
good with comms, good with helping us understand, speak,
Hmm.
learn the language. There's a lot of poems, rhymes that we did. I did my first stage speaking while I was in I think LKG.
Oh, really?
Uh, yes, yes, yes.
At a very
I
tender
even have a
age.
cert. Yes,
Oh, that's
yes.
great, Deepak.
My first stage. Thank you. My
Uh-huh.
first stage speaking was in LKG for Independence Day.
Hmm.
My father even recorded it on a cassette.
Oh, do you still have that video with you? I mean, whenever you want to
No,
check.
it's audio cassette. Audio cassette. Yes, I do have the cassette,
Oh,
but no more means to listen to it because everything's digital now.
yeah, yeah, I agree.
But planning to get it digitized. So
Mhm.
yeah, so that's how it began. And throughout, I spent most of my life speaking in English with my father,
Hmm.
like up, you can say up until my 11th, 10th, 11th, somewhere around that time. Till
Hmm.
that point in time, I never spoke to my father in any other language but English.
Oh.
But with my mother, I used to speak in Telugu, my mother tongue, and with my brother and everybody else around Hindi.
Hmm.
But in school and with my father, it was always in English. So that way, I, I, I kept my fluency with English. I was fluent. English became my native language.
Hmm.
It when we talk about native language does not have to be uh, your particular cities, or it's a language that you speak
Yeah.
from your
Yeah.
childhood. So for me, English is I'm a trilingual, if you can say that.
Got it. I must believe that you're also a polyglot who speaks more than three languages.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, that's the word I was looking for. Polyglot. Yes, correct.
got it. That's excellent to know about your English journey. So yeah, you
I'm
said.
also
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please go
I'm
ahead.
also learning German these days. So that's
Hmm.
one thing.
That's great.
That's all.
That's
Please
great.
carry on.
Yeah, I got to know once when I was learning French, if you learn different languages, I think your brain will be sharper and your thought process will be very fast and quick enough to gauge or grasp something. I think if you keep on
I've
learning,
heard that.
I'm sure. Yeah,
Yeah, but again, that again, for that you need to put effort. To learn learn your language. You need to put a lot of effort. Simply just
yeah,
whiling away does not work. You got to practice, practice, practice all the time.
exactly. And to learn new language, we need to have a proper setup and the environment.
Correct,
Unless and
correct.
until you have that environment, you can't. I mean, put the vocabulary that you learn something in practice.
Absolutely, that's true. I totally agree with that. A very good example for that would be
Mm-hmm.
me knowing Malayalam.
Hmm.
As I said, we were in Kerala, right? So that
Mm-hmm.
was the
Yes.
time where I had learned Malayalam, and I would translate for my parents whenever
Hmm.
we went out shopping, buying vegetables or groceries. I
Mm-hmm.
would translate for my parents.
Hmm.
But once my father got posted out of Kerala,
Hmm.
we went to North Punjab. Immediately after that, we were transferred to Punjab, and after that, I completely forgot Malayalam
Hmm.
because the environment wasn't there, people weren't there who were speaking Malayalam,
Agree.
and it eventually that the language completely deprecated out of my mind, and now I'm picking Malayalam, Tamil up again slowly. So
Got it.
there are a lot of languages I'm like sort of learning at a tortoise space,
Mm-hmm.
but yes,
Got it.
that's there.
Yeah, since the video, I mean, the purpose of our conversation is to help our viewers to learn a few tips and get something else from our, I mean, experiences.
Of course,
Can you
of course,
share a
of course.
few tips that how they can start from the scratch their language journey?
Absolutely. That's a very good thing because see, just speaking is not enough. You also need to know how they spell, how they sound,
Yes.
and for that, and how to read correctly. It is
Mm-hmm.
not speaking is not speaking is one thing. Reading is because English communication is not one thing. It's not just speaking. It's also reading and
Agree.
writing,
Agree. Yes. We have
right?
LSRW,
So
four areas. Right. Right.
absolutely, right? So as I said, I spoke throughout my childhood in English with my father, and that was always there.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, by God's grace, I believe I had the habit of reading books.
Hmm.
Right? I've been reading a lot. I've read a lot of books throughout my childhood,
Mm-hmm.
and reading helps you a lot. It builds your vocabulary. You come across new words. You look, and you must have that interest to figure out what that word means. You cannot simply just okay, this is a difficult word. I'm not going to read about. Figure
Yeah.
out what that is. You need to have that interest.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from reading books, reading comic books also helps because that helps you build conversational
Mm.
English.
Yes.
Because when you read a novel, when you read a book, when you read newspaper, you're just reading something in a third party,
Hmm.
in a third person. You're reading things in a third person.
Hmm.
But when you read comic books,
Hmm.
you're reading it in first person.
Oh.
Because in comic books, there are speech bubbles.
Hmm.
The person is speaking. For example, uh, like character A says, "My cat." My cat went out of the window. Character B says, "Oh, I see the cat jumping."
Hmm.
You do not read "he sees the cat jumping" or "his cat went out." You read it as if you are
Hmm.
making that conversation. So that
Oh,
helps
got
you
it.
understand how to
Hmm. Hmm.
right. So reading comic books helps develop conversational English. Reading novels, newspapers helps you understand the fluency of, and then you'll have, and watching, of course, that depends from person to person what kind of learner you are. I watched a lot of English movies that helped me, understand, and not just American. I always balance it with British movies as well.
Hmm.
This help me understand the difference between the pronunciations of two areas, the UK pronunciations and the American pronunciations, because both are very significantly different.
Got it. Yes, Deepak, and this is a question that I get from a lot of my students and trainees, right? So, what is the best way to learn the language? Is that through grammar or to speak in the real time basis, practicing that?
Okay, see, to be honest, it depends on the environment you've been brought up in.
Hmm.
You've been brought up in. It depends on the environment you've been brought up in.
Hmm.
For me, my father had enforced it on me, and my initial schooling days, it was a compulsory thing, and it was necessary. It was, you know, put on me,
Yeah.
and eventually I learned.
Hmm.
And my comms remained strong because of that, and because of it, I was also, pushed into doing stage speaking,
Hmm.
declamation, group discussions,
Hmm.
you know, speaking on the stage. These kind of things I've been doing since my childhood.
Hmm.
So this helps you develop them
Hmm.
furthermore,
Hmm.
right? But take yourself for example. When
Hmm.
did you come into the language field?
I think
It took you
after my graduation, that's when I started
correct,
learning properly. Yeah.
correct. So the journey is different for everybody.
Hmm. Hmm.
For me, I had the environment throughout my childhood.
Got it.
I had the people pushing me in the right way for that throughout my childhood, and everybody's not like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Agree.
it's not necessary also,
Hmm.
as long as you have the interest to pick it up later.
Hmm. Hmm.
Look at yourself. You are a comms trainer right now.
Hmm.
Would you have imagined yourself being a English comms trainer when you were in 10th?
I never. I was, in fact, so much scared of English.
Right.
Yeah.
But one people have who have had the opportunity to have English in their life throughout the childhood,
Mm-hmm.
for them it's not very difficult to communicate in English verbally. But
Mm-hmm.
when you talk about the basic grammars, they might have issues there.
Mm-hmm.
But people who have learned English as a subject in their later ages,
Hmm.
for them, they might have a strong basic grammar,
Mm-hmm.
but for them, it would be a little difficult to put it into practice while they're speaking. But when they're writing, they might be very good. But when speaking,
In fact, I could relate myself with this example. Yeah.
right? So, but the best way to get on track is correct yourself immediately.
Mm-hmm. True.
You have the knowledge
Hmm.
and you know what you're saying.
Yeah.
The moment you realize you said something a little incorrectly,
Mm-hmm.
mispronounce something,
Mm-hmm.
correct yourself immediately
Yes.
and make it a practice to correct yourself. The moment you correct yourself, you start correctly pronouncing them later on.
Mm-hmm.
It might take a few attempts. It might not happen immediately. Like first time you correct yourself, you don't expect yourself to
Yeah.
be on the right track immediately after the second attempt. It
Mm.
might take you a few attempts, but eventually you'll be on the right track. The
Yeah.
moment if you delay, okay, I'll correct myself later. When you do that, it continue to be that.
And I will
You will
get
continue to
accustomed to it, and we never have an opportunity correcting
exactly,
that, right? Yes.
absolutely.
Got it.
Right. So
Yes.
you have. It doesn't matter if, let's say, you're speaking amongst friends. You're speaking amongst friends, like you and me. We are talking.
Hmm.
Uh, Correct yourself. You're
Hmm.
talking with a small group of people. You make an error. correct yourself. You're speaking in front of a huge crowd. You make an error, correct yourself.
Yes.
Doesn't matter who is in front of you. The
Yes.
moment you correct yourself, it improves you. And it also shows the other that there is nothing wrong in being wrong and then correcting yourself.
And sometimes, Deepak, we won't be aware where we actually went wrong, where we made mistake, right? So at that moment, how do we do that? Any tips that you have
In
for
that,
that?
in that case, you will have to completely depend on the generosity of somebody who knows you and understands you. Only
Hmm.
they can help you out with that. But
Hmm.
if you think just in case, because
Hmm.
sometimes you might realize, you might find out, okay, I'm saying this wrong, I'm hearing this wrong.
Hmm.
Uh, Internet is always there to help you with that,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Got it.
But general conversational words,
Hmm.
you should be aware what they sound and what and how they need to pronounce,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
That should be your basic, and then eventually you progress with newer words
Hmm.
and look up the pronunciations, and then from there you pick it up.
Got it. And as you mentioned, like, reading comic books, is that also be helpful if somebody watches any comedy movies or something? Because it's really hard to crack a joke in English. We can try to converse, make a little talks, but to crack a joke or something, it's really hard, right? So any
See,
tips
for
that you
any
have for that?
language for that matter, for any language for that matter, for you to be able to crack a joke and be fluent with it, so to
Hmm.
speak, you need to be able to think in that language.
Yes,
When you think,
a second, yeah.
you think in your mother tongue,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
right? You're
Hmm.
thinking in Telugu,
Hmm.
you're thinking in Tamil, you're
Hmm.
thinking in Hindi. People who are, uh, not to toot my own horn, like me, I think in three different languages.
Hmm.
Sometimes I'm thinking in Telugu. I talk to myself in Telugu sometimes. Sometimes I'm talking to myself in Hindi. Sometimes I'm talking to myself in English.
Yeah,
You should be able to think and talk to yourself in the language. That's when it shows that you are picking things up.
exactly. Self-talk, right?
See,
Even I
right.
practice a lot that stuff.
Don't push yourself to crack jokes, because
Yeah.
that will eventually come once you understand the nuances of the
Yes.
language, the crux of certain situation. Again, jokes and
Hmm.
all, it's all about situational stuff
Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
and the tonality of how you say it.
Mm-hmm. I think our tone has to be changed when we, uh,
Absolutely.
yeah, when we crack a joke or something, make fun of,
Um,
I mean, around
yeah.
people. Got
S-
it.
Somebody says, "Hey, you're going right. You're going right."
Yeah. Exactly.
Everything changes. It's about, and you need to know how to do it. It
Yes.
takes time, but for that, your concept, your
Hmm.
understanding of the language has to be stronger.
Got it.
Spoken, it takes time, but
Mm-hmm.
people will get there if they have that interest and zeal to get there.
Got it, Deepak. That's pretty good information that you have provided. And do you have any question before we wrap up the call for me?
Yeah, I wanted to know what inspired you to do this podcast for us.
It's a good question. Thanks for asking that. Yeah, I have seen, I mean, I don't say a lot of people, I mean, a few people who have asked me, why can't I do that? I mean, when I'm able to speak a little English, that could be helpful if I converse with somebody else and record it and then share it on YouTube platform. That's when I thought of, and one of my friends, or two in fact, they suggested me to do it, and that's how we collaborated and started the channel. And yeah, of course, see, whatever you learn, if you share at least a little with someone, that could be a very satisfactory, I mean, in my opinion. That's when I thought of, going with this journey. It's just going on for
That's
now.
a, that's a, that's a really good thought. That's a really good thought.
Yeah,
I
even
applaud you for
it's not my thought, it's my friend's thought. That's how I liked it so much, and yeah, just wanted to do this.
that. But nevertheless, it is a good thought, and kudos to you for putting into practice.
Yeah, yeah, I must thank my friend Ganesh and my friend Sriram for this initiative. Yeah. Deepak, before we close, can you share uh, your strengths and weaknesses in your life? See, what do you want to be yourself in 5 years from now? Something like that.
I am more interested towards competitive shooting. I'm a being in this coming from an army family. You can say it has influenced my uh, like and love for weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been shooting since my childhood. My father used to take me to firing ranges,
Oh, that's great.
to firing range and to shoot weapons. I've done
Mm-hmm.
a lot of shooting throughout my childhood, but eventually, since I couldn't join the armed forces, that was my first main dream. Uh, for different reasons. Not going to get into that now. But yes,
I think
that
eventually you will do that. I keep pushing yourself. I see sometimes you're talking about that and practicing every now and then.
so yeah,
I think
that's
it's
one of the main
interesting.
reasons I didn't tell you about my education, right? I complete my BTech and then I completed my master's in a field called security and defense laws because
Mm-hmm.
I really love the field of armed forces and defense. So thought I
Mm-hmm.
would learn something about it, and I did my master's in that. So
Yeah,
I do have a master's degree in that.
that's great.
And then but I wanted to continue shooting, so I started competitive shooting. I
Mm-hmm.
purchased air pistol. I'm currently doing air pistol shooting.
Oh.
So I did purchase a air pistol that costed me a pretty penny. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a good thing, but work and all is keeping me quite tied up these days. But I
That
need to
that's
find more time to,
that's common everywhere.
yeah, but I need to find more time to, get back into that field, get back into practice and
Yeah, yeah.
get to where I want to be. And as you asked me earlier, 5 years, I'm
Mm.
hoping to be somewhere representing India, hopefully.
Yeah, let's hope for the best. But you are trying your best. That's the best thing that anybody can do to achieve something. Yeah, that I should appreciate you for that. That you wanted to represent India someday. I think the hope will come true. I hope for that.
Let's
The
hope
dream will
so.
come true.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much. Let's hope so. Thank you very much, Ravi.
yeah. The big. I think we'll see you again if any opportunity comes or any.
Sure, most definitely.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
yeah. We'll see you, Deepak.
All the best, Ravi. Take
Bye.
care. Bye bye.